Let's get more on this with Alex DeGroote, media analyst at Panmure Gordon. Alex, welcome today. Just looking at what's been going on here, do you think that News Corp is prepared to pay quite a lot of money for BSkyB? It looks like the shares are certainly going up and they're going to buy them at a premium, is that right?
That's right, yes. I think in yesterday's statement, the directors alluded to the fact that they considered base case expectations of 800p per share. The initial offer was pitched at 675, then 700, now 800 is the number in the market.
Now, if News Corp, who currently holds 39% of the company, were to buy the whole thing outright, it's clearly something that Rupert Murdoch would like to do. Would it change the landscape of media?
I think for News Corp, as you alluded to in your preamble, it would increase their exposure to subscription revenues. It would probably lower their dependence on advertising. So net, that's a positive thing to do in terms of enhancing the quality of News Corp. In terms of Sky, it would be a sad loss because it's an iconic company in the UK market. But I think the market's known for some time that there's a very significant minority shareholder here, i.e. News Corporation.
Indeed. And do you think that on a personal level this is something that Rupert Murdoch wants to complete?
I sense that Sky is coming towards the end of a long period of significant investment and potentially is looking at a period of strong profit growth. So from a timing point of view, I think this is quite opportunistic by Rupert Murdoch.
And indeed it is quite good news for shareholders then. They're going to get a healthy premium.
It has to be. Again and again in recent weeks across the stock market and the media sector, we're seeing companies getting bid for at significant premiums to their trailing share prices. In this case, the implication is that the premium could be 30–40% above where the shares were trading.
Now, Rupert Murdoch only set up BSkyB in the first place because it almost busts the company at the beginning, setting up BSkyB, setting up the Sky Pay TV back in 1990. So in the end, it would be completing a journey for him, wouldn't it?
I think it would, absolutely. It would be the end of a 20-year journey. And now where are we? Well, almost 9–10 million subscribers to BSkyB. It's cemented in the media landscape. It's seen off the competition as far as we're aware.
Now, in terms of paying for content, this was considered to be terribly contentious when it began. Paying for content seems to be working very well for Rupert Murdoch now.
I think it is, and this is where he differentiates himself, at least in newspapers, from some of his competitors. Rupert Murdoch believes in paywalls. He believes consumers will pay for content online or on handhelds. And of course, Sky itself is a premium content company where people pay a monthly subscription.
Now, we talked a little bit, I said in the introduction there, that the advertising landscape has been very unpredictable of late. Do you think that actually we're about to see advertising revenue come back up again?
Well, the evidence of ITV is that we are seeing advertising recover and recover quite strongly. That's also the message coming out of some of the UK newspaper titles. Ultimately, most advertising is driven by corporate profits or by the UK GDP numbers, and the trend there is positive.
Now, Murdoch's whole strategy has changed with this. Do you see other providers following suit? Is this actually going to be a vanguard in terms of new media?
I sense it could be. I mean, the names that people will be interested on the back of this transaction will be ITV, for example, which will be effectively the last man standing in terms of UK broadcasting.
And what else? Is this a good time for UK broadcasters now and indeed for other media companies generally?
I think so. In the background, for maybe 2 to 3 years now, there's been a big debate amongst investors and amongst people that work in the industry over structural versus cyclical. To what extent has the advertising downturn been a cyclical phenomenon? I think actually the evidence is now that it is cyclical, that it's not structural, that traditional media is not dead, that there's a pretty rosy future for traditional broadcasters, albeit they have to adapt their business models to online as well.
OK. Well, Alex DeGroote from Panmure Gordon, thank you very much indeed for coming in and joining us.